Labyrinths. This is a game that's modeled after a book from what I understood. The book is called Maze. It's from 1985. Very interesting book. The premise is to get to the middle of a labyrinth and to get back out as quickly as possible. Have not managed to get to the center in the hour and a half I've spent so far reading the book, but decided to give this game a try. So let's go.
Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
All right. Okay, we can go back out. Is there anything to find out here? On the other side? Okay, you can run. site. Due to the rules set forth by your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay at the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site camping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu. This can be accessed after picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. Requires the apple orchard. More than 4 trees. There's 3 chimneys. 3? I only see 3. There's something there. Anyways, okay. There was a door over here. Yeah. Which probably does not open. Of course. Alright. So let's go to the hall. Oh, I didn't even notice this on the way out. So you can't jump that I know of. Can't crouch with C. Searching can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose 1 step. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the matter and must call it a day. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as they did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate, and you may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. The grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go anywhere the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want to be led." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Hubert S. St. Clair. Mount Holly Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu pressing the tab. do that then. Lady with moon crescent looking to the side. Where is she looking at? The lamp? Greetings from Reddington. Trunk is locked. Because of course it is. And I can't take the hat. I can't really touch anything else in here. It's weird. It's like a hole there. Okay. Nook will give you a key. This will give you a diamond. Corridor is always left unlocked. Well, there's my key. Can't really do anything with that. So it's just the key? No. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, a scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal would prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. I have a notepad. Let's see if I can use that key. Sure. Blue gem, and another key. 3 coins. Puzzle. Once you have drawn floor plans, you must select one to draft. Alright. So if I did one, this is what I did so far. So now I'm here. So if I go this way and I take this, then I'm going to be losing a room. Am I losing room? Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. And when I ate a banana, it gave me some steps. Okay, so before we do more this way, let's go back and explore this way. See, now this is like this, because I can't access it anymore. So both those doors appear to be locked. There's 2 chess pieces lying around. That's all I got here. A lot of clocks. All pretty much looking at the same time. And an October candle. Okay. Storeroom. Pawn here too. 10. You should show up here with 10 coins. So the storeroom has a pawn in it. I'm gonna note this down because it could be good to know. And then this room, which is the den, also has a pawn in it. I'll come back for that door. It didn't take a key to open the other door, so even if it has a lock symbol on it, doesn't necessarily mean it's locked. Or I mean, just because it has a keyhole doesn't mean it's locked. So the antechamber, do I see? It's an ace, queen. Now here, I remember there's a pawn also. And this is the bedroom. Pawn. And then here was a rook. Yes. This is the nook. So now we can open the storeroom or the pantry, I'm sorry, or the den. Let's go for the den. So I'll lose a coin for entering the chapel. They have Roman numerals on the pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7 up here. How do I see? A chess piece anywhere. I do not. I don't know if anything can actually be done in here. Okay. Get some steps. That's the best choice here. Hey, there's a diamond here. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose particular personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen a billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. Excuse me. So there's a pawn in this room. So let me just note that. Guest. Pawn. In the guest bedroom. Nothing you can touch in here. Oh, every time you enter it costs. I see. So that's another coin gone. So in the courtyard there is a gem required, so let's just take the hallway. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Dear Hubert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particularities of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, Larry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, and the other 2 are always empty. Dear uncle, is there a chess piece here? Yes, a pawn. Parlor. This is the black box. Well, that's definitely a lie. This is the black box. That's definitely a lie. And the black box is not empty. Let me just reread the rules here. So there will always be at least one box which displayed only true elements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty. So I guess it's the black box? Okay. And then there's no going this way. And I think that pretty much rounds this out. And we're not going back to the chapel to save a coin. Why is our gem required in the courtyard? Now we're going to close off the pantry. I'm killing my options here. The spare room doesn't have much in it. And then I'm going to be in a corner. Oh, there was room for another row. Okay, so I'm still in the game. Pawn. So this is drawing room. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. West Wing Hall is going to be the best one, and then I'll be able to go up and down. Staff notice. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Espin, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated to this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, secret passage. And what about this room? Courtyard. Alright, let's try courtyard. Spend a gem and see what happens with that. An old smothered shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. Rather dirty coin. Another coin. Okay. Package. Keys for sale. Let's try this then. Order placed. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane to sender, as he is no longer employed with our staff. Is there a chess piece in here? Simon P. Jones, Mount Holly Estate. Hey buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate, but with all the preparations, I am not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Hubert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do us both a favor, be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing dirgy blocks. The day after, so the package is only going to be delivered like tomorrow. When I search the house again, if I get this room again. Okay. The dining room has a pond. Okay. Nothing to do there. Sure. I mean, that seems worth it to me. Rumpus room, gymnasium. Gymnasium's gonna have one door gun. That's the only one that's gonna let me go somewhere else after. Now, whenever you enter the gym, you lose 2 steps. Yeah.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Al-Zara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Nice. Okay, the bishop for this room, which is the rumpus room. Rumpus. Bishop. Okay. Should be coins to find in here. So what is that? Are there? All right. Boudoir. Hmm. Oh, there it is. Cinca Co. I don't really have any clues as to that yet. So the safe is in the boudoir, okay? It's gonna be my last gem. Sure. Manager Miss Blabbage. Terminal password. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So that should be a lie. The keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. The following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic key card. The key card system is currently operational. Security level medium, offline mode locked. Security level determines the amount of key card security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting and 5 or 6 with a high setting. This mode determines the default setting of security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working in the estate. Oops. Terminal password. Definitely looks like it has. Keycard secure access doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, normal doors in the estate are more likely to be locked as you progress north. I have no choice. I have no choice. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share in my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. here. The Turtles of Vera. Oh, there's two. And they're both pawns. So, bunk room. Let's go back to the dining room. This door's locked. Alright, let's go back to the security room. You will not see floor plans while drafting in this room. Find inventory to create. So I guess that's a security door. And that is locked. If I'm going to use a key, I'd rather use it on a room where I can see. Okay, so it's going to unlock the other door then. Conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Safe deposit box key. Spreading items. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout the house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently on your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are gathered in that room instead. Safe code 9083. Minor after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. 9083. Now it says office safe code. Does that mean it's in a different room than, where was it? Was it in the boudoir? Yeah, it was in the boudoir. We can always check that one if we want. So that's like right here. for this one. Alright, let's see if we can get out the conference room. No key, and it's locked. Oh, it's a red note, so that's going to be maybe a lie? 9083. Serampis room. Huh. That's cool. I've seen that room. Safe is there twice. So's this room. There's a spare room. Huh. I can't open the door here either because I don't have a key. So does that conclude my first day in here? I mean, I got two steps left. I'm not going to be able to go much further. I'm just going to have one step left. True, red equals lie. I'm pretty much stuck in this room now. As soon as I leave... Yeah. You have used all your steps and must now call it a day. You have pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion and must now return to your campsite to get some rest. You can continue your search tomorrow. However, the house might be a little bit different. Ordinary Inn. I'd find 25 rooms. Day 2. Let's hope for a better day than day 1. I mean, it wasn't that bad. So these things should pretty much be the same. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's see what the package is. The Schenken Company. Kate Thompson, Department 604. This item included an amateur lockpick kit, silver key, and 2 regular keys. 5254. No claims for shortage will be allowed unless this packing slip is returned to us with details within 8 business days. 5254. Able to unlock some normal doors. Okay. All correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravane. No longer employed with our staff. I didn't notice this last time. Utility room fuse box. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. Press any button above to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. 5 pulls are needed to activate the 6th. Okay. Just so you guys know, I'm not using my phone to take any pictures of anything. I want to try and do it through memory and the notes that I take. I guess I could take notes of all the things I see, though. So that's a lie. You're most likely unlocked. don't have any gems. But the courtyard has a shovel. Storeroom will give me one of each. I need a key. I need a gem to get that, so I guess we'll take the storeroom for here just to get some more. One like that. One like that. One like that. Storeroom was a pawn. The painting changed from last time, so I guess those are random. Okay. Let's go back. Go here. We'll gain 2 after. Okay, so it keeps me at the same thing. It doesn't really make me gain 2. Let's see what this is. I mean, I know it's a lavatory as a bathroom, but HS. There's no chess piece. No, nothing really. Swans. Spare room. There's no camera here. It looks like an end. Let's see what's here. Guess we'll take that. There's a gem. I guess you can't really take them for granted because it doesn't always tell you everything that's there. Like it says +10, but there's no mark of a gem. Experimental house features. Courtyard. not here this time. That sucks. Keycard entry system. Off. Garage. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Okay, well, they're all purple. So let's see, what's this way? Chapel, nook, closet. Gonna be nook, because I do not want to lock myself out of the pathway already. Chew. Yeah, jeez. Alright. Requires 2 gems, can't do that. Now it says 2 bedrooms, and then there's the parlor. And the parlor has the 3-box puzzle. Is this the same answer? No, wait. The box and the white box. This box and the white box are both empty. There is a second wind-up key in this room. The statement on the white box is true. So then this would be the good box. Yeah. Oh, so now I got 3 gems at least. So I gotta go back to the west wing. And there is a major storm outside. Just heard some really loud thunder, which is still rumbling. It's this way. step. Was that there last time? I'm unsure. I think it was just a banana last time. And it's this way. No choice. And then we have to go this way. So now, if I go back to here, oh well. Okay. 1, 2. I can't even go back there. All right. Drawing room's fine. Store is locked. Don't seem able to pick this door's lock. Alright, this is a regular key. We're gonna get I guess I'll take pantry so that I can get more coins. So I can go back through the church. So I mean I can go out, but then I have to go all the way around the house, which is gonna take up most of my steps. I should have really left that on. office, and I need 2 gems to get in there. I need 1 gem for the nursery, so we're going to be going into a closet. Key and ivory dice. While drafting, you may use to roll new floor plans. Okay. Is there anything else in here? No. Pawns or anything? Chess pieces. So this way. Billiard room. Okay. 2, 4. No. So 2, 9. 2, 4. 2, 6. 2, 3. Two, 11. 2 and 4, 8. 2 plus 4, 6. Wait, so for it's plus minus times divided. So 2, 11. 2 plus 4 would be 6. 6, 4, 9. I really have to use the 2 first, from what I see. Okay, so 2. 2 plus 4. Or 4 plus 9? 13? Okay. plus ten would have to be 2. There's no 2. Then minus. So 10 would be 2. And then 19 minus 5 would be 4. 10 times 2. And 10 minus 4 would be 6 times 3, 18. Alright. We got a key card. That is cool. And that is the only door I can go in. And both of these require a gem. Good thing I can reroll once. Well, I'd rather lose 2 steps than lose a gem. Because I can afford 2 steps. Key card is not powered on. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought. Spell are secrets carved from thought. A message read of 10 lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. Can shatter padlocks, unlock trunks. Is there... The true box does not always contain the prize. I don't think I can combine anything. Okay. Freezes your accounts. Amounts will not be reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. Items for sale. Requires a gem. Requires a gem. Oh no, they're frozen, so but it's frozen, of course. Can't use a hammer on it. Can I use salt on it? I can't. There's stuff on the shelf here. I don't see pawn. Okay, so freezer is pawn. Am I even gonna make it back to there? I don't think so. But I'll start with 4 coins tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it there. Hey, that's open. It wasn't open before. Dinner is served. Have dinner. I gained 21 steps, okay. So I can get back to the closet, which is back to the entrance hall. And then through the den and the spare room. Into security. Here, and then back into here. Okay. So I go back to security. Through the spare room. Like through here. Chapel. Corridor. And the dark room. Yes, so it is lit now. Is there anything different? Let's see something closer to that. Some maids. Photograph. Five two 1452. Okay. Now to see this better, I I am going to use my phone. This is going to be a lot easier, so let's take a picture of that and make it bigger. Looks like 1452. We'll definitely try that out. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume, for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as the enlarged print on the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. Okay. All right. What else is there here? Can't see those. Can't see these. Did I look on here? Did not. This one's very different. This one's more blurry, where you can see the back better. This one, the back's blurry, where you can see the maids better. And there is no chess symbols in here. So now to the gymnasium. That's going to be my last room. Mila. Staff notice. The day we dreaded has finally arrived. It is unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of the benefactor, employer, and master, Mr. Baron Mount Holly, H.S. St. Clair. Any staff who have an interest in attending service may contact Miss Babbage for details. And following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Miss Babbage. Alright. So that's 2 playthroughs. 2 days, should I say. So I'm going to call it a night here. Red Manor, because he had 5 red rooms. Rank reached 9. I mean, I got pretty far in this time, pretty high up to the other end of the map. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.